before local people, us comes, that it was taken. So they said, saying to us, go back to your home. We don't have room for you. So my teacher was so amazing. She was like, just begging them. She said, look at their face. What will they say when they go back home? Just look at their faces. And so she just begged them, and a couple hours later they came back, and there was on like really tiny little cabin. The nurse was using it. So they came back and said, okay, we can move our nurse out of his work office, and if you don't mind to stay in this nurse's room. And we say we like a bread, like a sliced bread style. We are squished together in this small cabin, 10 of us, including teacher. And so we were like, we don't care, we just want to learn English. So we jumped in to put our stuff. The program already started, and they took a test from us. So me and my friend got into kind of, I only learned English 2 years. We had choice, after we became democratic, we had choice of learning English and Russian. So, but before my generation, there was only Russian. Everybody knows, like older generation, they know Russian. But I didn't want to learn Russian. I wanted to learn English. So then they got a test, and me and my friend got into little beginner's advanced level. I came to this small room, and in Russia, Mongolia, when they teach you, everybody has to sit up straight. And, there's no opinion shared. You have to listen to teacher, and you have to report what teacher say to you. So there's no brainstorming or it's so boxed up. And so we learned to just listening to one teacher and report it back like that. But when I came to this class, it's so casual that I never seen class like that. They sit and teachers sit by you and talking so open. And it's like, that you have kind of fear from the teacher, But they were so just simple. And then they started teaching English, and they gave me hands book, and I just love to touch that pages. And it's so gentle and so soft, and really it's thin that I haven't seen before, and I love to smell it. It was new, and I like to smell the new books. So, and then they, they taught us grammar and vocabulary, or all the preposition, whatever in English, and that's in the Bible too. So the book was New Testament, but I still have that book. I treasure it so much that those Americans. So first time in my life at the camp, I saw these colorful hairs and the big eyes, the pretty big eyes, and the long-nosed people. Sorry. We have long-nosed people too, but that's the first time I seen the different variety of people, so beautiful. And we became friends. And so they were teaching English to us from the Bible. So those YWAM King's Kids, the group from YWAM King's Kids, lots of kids came. And they played with us in basketball camp. Basketball is one of the national sports. We have horse racing, archery, bow and archery, and wrestling, our national sports. And then this lady invited us after lesson. And as we were waiting for the lunch or stuff, she was like, hey, come on over, would you like to color some pages? So even I was now 14, as a teenager, I was the kid that I loved the colorful things and visual things. I was so drawn to that. And every day I finished my class, I ran to the gazebo, and I would color the pages. So those pages are from, really beautiful creation, ocean, animals, and there were big angels with big wings on it. So it was so new to me, but I just loved coloring. I liked the crayons, so nice smell too. And I've never seen before. And then this lady said, one morning as we were waiting for breakfast, she said, hey, come on over, I want to tell you a story. And we love stories. We go as oral, storytelling in our culture. That we just excited to hear this story. And she picked up certain pages together, and it was so beautiful morning. you have so beautiful nature here around. But at the camp area, we have also similar setting, beautiful blue sky and fresh air in the morning and trees and green everywhere around us. And I would just still remember it like yesterday. And she put the pages together, and she said this. She said, in the beginning, there was a creator. He created this beautiful mountain, blue sky, and ocean. And I would picture like oceans. I never seen oceans before. This must be so big, God. And we are landlocked between Russia and China. So ocean is like amazing, big thing for us. And you know Dalai Lama? Dalai Lama from Tibet. So Dalai means ocean in Mongolian. So actually Dalai is a name, Mongolian name that Dalai Lama has. That means ocean. So the moment I heard there was a creator who created this beautiful everything, and including humans, us. And it just like, the sun goes through the dark clouds, and it looks so beautiful, right? And there was a darkness and covered by clouds, but sun is shining through that. I just saw myself like there's a light came onto my heart, my head. And I thought, I wanted to know this creator more. And I haven't heard about him before. And she went all the way through, this angel's tomb and cross and Jesus. But I thought, to me, I was like, I don't want to deal with Jesus. It's too foreign to me. But I want to know Creator. So I left that part. But Creator, who is this Creator? I want to know more. But God heard my heart's cry. I think that He revealed Himself to me step by step. And finally, I came to the point. I know there are Muslims, Hindus, the Buddhists, or Christianity, and shaman or medicine man, you can name it. They all try to tell us, okay, don't do the bad thing, do the good thing. However long you do good thing, that will take you closer to heaven, or you will go to heaven. But it seems like all of them have the same message. And I thought, there must be truth in the middle. I want to know the truth. And during those processes, it took me 6-7 years. YWAM team would come every other year, or 2 years, and 3 years. The second time my friend would come, she's from Washington. She's a nurse, used to be in YWAM before. So she would start writing to me in English, really simple English, and tell me she would send me a really cute little card with Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. So it all relates to Jesus. And I just love to get that card, and it's so beautiful, and it smells so nice too. Something in American thing, it smells so nice. I don't know why. So over the years, like 2 years during my high school, I could not write her back. We didn't have any postal service. We have only school address, or we have job you could use for mailing. And then she's 2 years later, I wrote to her, and she said, I received your mail. I just hugged in my heart, and I cried because I was praying for you since then. And God told her that to just keep reaching out to me and my family. So because of her, she was so obedient to God. And I just always amazed that how in the world this, once I thought, there's no hope. Where do I go? And what I'm going to do? But all the way from America, somebody would come to tell me that God loves you, and to tell me there's a hope. And it just so amazes me that I thought I'm nothing, I'm unworthy. I don't know, just the ugliest thing I have maybe ever been. But God says, before the lady leave for America, she left the small gifts to us outside of our dormitory, the cabin. So my teacher said, hey, Laura left us this gift with little pencils and stuff. There was only one doll left. And my school, teacher's daughter received it immediately. And she said she thought it's for her because she's always special. And then Laura wrote the letter. In the letter it says, I used to put my hair in the two sides. I just tie it, sometimes braid it. So she drew my picture on the letter, And the doll has this hair like mine. And she said, this doll is for inkers. And I was like, how can I receive it? I'm not worthy to receive it. But it's like only, so special gift to me. And later I found underneath of the doll, it says, God loves you. It's just so simple way that he really reaches out to us. And just receiving his love is, it took me a while. But then another team came, and now I can translate for them. And I went to university. And so every time team would come, I like to join, help my friends. So just as a friend, I just jumped into helping any logistic things. And I didn't know I was in a mission team. So tricky, right? So they would ask me, hey, come on over, would you like to go to this meeting or this, whatever event? I'm fine to go with that because I love my friends. And so at one of the meetings, the speaker was talking about 5 different worldviews. And it talked about Buddhism, Muslim, Hindus, and I was like, how did you know? I'm asking that in my heart. It's just exactly what I'm asking. And then he explained every single one, Muslims and Hindus and other ones. Then he started talking about Buddhism. And I was like, my ears just went like this. And then he said, did you know Buddha said before he died, his last word was this. He said, I am still looking for the truth. And he's dead. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And we think Buddha is the god of our nation in Tibetan Buddhism. I mean, it's a Buddha. And he's dead. But I could see that, like, people just blindly worshiping him as a god.